Hey, how you guys doing? This is Jamie Caporoso, your big bad keto daddy, saying holla if you hear me. All right, you guys, remember always, first and foremost, always eat like you care about yourself. So just some updates on some things, and we'll talk a little bit about, I had some questions this week about keto for performance, athletic performance that is, and we'll talk a little bit about like that, but first let's get through some updates. Keto Check 2.0 for Android, on its way. We have a couple cool features on that, unlike the Apple one. You'll be able to subtract fiber or subtract sugar alcohol or both, or independent of each other. So something that the programmer's been working on. It looks pretty cool. I got a beta test of that one already. So playing with that, look forward to that probably within a couple of weeks. There's been some stuff on the backside with the Android platform that's given us a little trouble, but we're on our way. It's going to be there real soon, I promise. Okay, so other things, KetoDaddy, we added some more stuff to KetoDaddy.com. So guys, you're looking for anything from broth to foodie DVDs to all things paleo, all things keto. Remember KetoDaddy.com. I'm trying to raise some money, and then a percentage of those proceeds I'm going to push towards different charitable things that use ketogenic diets for whatever they're doing. Maybe it's the Charlie Foundation, maybe it's Keto Pet Sanctuary, something like that. So keep in mind, if you need a all keto resource and you're talking to people about keto, where can I find that? Say go to KetoDaddy.com. Same thing with all my keto maniacs out there. If you find something that's really been helpful to you in your ketogenic journey, shoot me a message, make a comment underneath here, and I'll add it to KetoDaddy.com just so it's a... What's the question?
Tell me more about paleo combined with keto.
Oh, sure, no problem. We'll get to that in just a second. I love talking about that. So, well, that kind of leads right into it. So, where I started with keto paleo, combining the two together, is I started out as a paleo guy. I got to a point in my life where I was trying to increase my overall health. So I stumbled across paleo diet, or a caveman diet, or what you would call a natural human diet. And to me, it kind of made sense in the regards that it may not be the silver bullet, but if we spent 2.5 million years eating all the foods that we could hunt and gather, maybe that would be a good place to use as a reset or a starting place. Okay, so I went to all natural human diet, and I leaned into it. I didn't go all, just turn the switch overnight. I learned and read and just kept applying more and more. And I started noticing a ton of health benefits. I lost a ton of body fat. My arthritis went away. My asthma went away, something that I had as a little kid. So a lot of these diseases of civilization or agricultural society that crept in over time that I was experiencing subsided. So when I started reading more and more, I said I got into this natural human diet. I lost a lot of inflammation. I ate all these foods, like I said, and my athletic performance started going up. I had less systemic inflammation overall, so I wouldn't cause as much oxidative stress on my body, and I would, in theory, recover faster, when in reality I was actually doing less damage. So the paleo part of it's my grocery list. It's all the foods that you could hunt and gather. So applying a keto ideology to it is I've taken that same grocery list, not forgetting what I learned about with all my research with paleo, and I adjusted my macros. So in fact that I put my body into a state of nutritional ketosis, which is a completely natural state for our body. We can either run on glucose or we can run on ketone bodies. It's nothing fancy. As a matter of fact, from what I've been studying a lot of in my research, is that I think we spend more of our time in a state of ketosis from an evolutionary standpoint than we did running on the the glucose model. So I applied that looking for one more advantage to my optimal health, one more advantage to my athletic performance. And my first run-in with that was in 2012 when I was getting ready to compete at WPC Worlds, which is, for you guys that don't know, that's like the powerlifting Super Bowl kind of thing. And I did a 12-week run of a keto paleo diet and had great success. Training went great, less injuries, better recovery, or I should say less oxidative stress, so I didn't appear to do as much damage, and it felt like I was recovering faster. So at that point I was sold. So from that point on, I've been combining a paleo grocery list, which is all the foods you could hunt and gather, and adjusting my macromolecules, which is your fat, protein, and carbohydrate, to a point where it puts my body in a state of nutritional ketosis. And over the years, I've played with longer lengths of time of staying in ketosis. I used to do, like I said, the first time was a 12-week cycle, getting ready for World, so 6 weeks to get keto adapted, then 6 weeks solid training. Noticed a ton of benefits. The next year I went for like a 10-month cycle because it worked out where, you know, New Year's resolution, January 1st, and went all the way to my birthday, which was Halloween, which kind of preludes the holidays. And now I'm to the point where I don't think I'll go out ever again. There is far too many options out there that will keep me from going back to carbs. Like a lot of times people will say, well, what about cake? What about donuts? What about some of those simple pleasures in life? There's low-carb versions that taste awesome. There's Keto Cookie. Quest Nutrition does a ton of treats and snacks. You can find a ton of recipes online. KetoPaleo.com. I have a ton of recipes online. Fat bombs, all this kind of stuff. There is no real reason for me to go out of that state of nutritional ketosis. And one thing that I've noticed the last time that I went out, that I went completely carb crazy. So that combined with the fact that I feel great in ketosis, especially compared to not, and I perform way better athletically into the gym and feel better, I don't think I'm going to go out again. There's just too many options out there, and I notice way too many benefits. My blood profile's great. I have a ton of energy. Recovery is great, or like I said, less damage when I train hard. And I'm 44 years old. I'm always looking for every single advantage to beat the young guys, so that's just important to me. So combining those two ideologies for me at this point has been the optimal health diet, and I am painfully slowly writing a book on it. So you guys keep on me, and I'll get that damn thing done. So which reminds me, I'm speaking again in a couple of weeks at oh no, it's cramping me. I'll put the event underneath this in the notes, you guys. I will be speaking at a CrossFit up in Elma. If any of you Michiganders want to come check that out, I'll put the event down underneath this. So, Ketopia. Okay, so that's what I've been coining the term of for my athletes anyway. If you stay in that state of nutritional ketosis for at least 6 months. Okay, so it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get completely keto adapted. So if you guys are thinking about playing with the diet and you think I'm just going to do a week or 2 weeks, I would almost say don't even bother. You don't really get completely keto adapted to 4 to 6 weeks. That's kind of when the switch flips, and your body kind of, all the enzymes upregulate, and your body recognizes as the fuel, you kind of find your way. 6 months into it, a handful of us have noticed, those that are performance athletes, a state of ketopia is what I call it. It's like weights and steaks. All of a sudden your body just triggers and you go into like full action figure mode. I have a good blog post about that on KetoPaleo.com if you want to read more about that. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I wanted to cover today. Keep those questions coming. Keto Check, KetoDaddy. Keep those on top of your list. And again, this is Jamie Caparoso, your big bad KetoDaddy, saying, remember, eat like you care about yourself first and foremost. I really, really commend you guys on making an effort to learn more. Keep those questions coming. Those of you on Program 42, congratulations. I love the success stories. Keep them coming. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.